Okay, so I'm on Bud. I'm heading out. He does not like the gravel on his bare feet, so let's move over here. Most of them don't, and he just got trimmed. Okay, so going right next to a horse on a stakeout. We're heading towards the water. I know, you want to wait for him. Most of the horses look at this because it's muddy and swampy. Good boy. Good job, buddy. What a good boy. So he's cautious like a mare. He's smart. And once he thinks it's okay, he's fine. I'm sure if another horse was in front of him and plowed right through it, he would go right through. But since he hasn't done this thousands of times, he's a little cautious, which is a good thing. Okay, so we're just passing all the horses leaving, but you can see he's fine going out by himself. And the other day, this horse came running up behind us, and all he did was kind of scoot just a little forward. So up here we're going to go through swampy mud. Okay, it starts right about here. I try and stay in the middle of these tracks. Here comes one running up towards us. But he did okay. Yeah, alright. That's a scarecrow thing. And then there's somebody working on the crops. Good job, bud. What is that? So he's sensible and he's curious because he wanted to stop and look at it. What horse wants to stop this close to a scary object, huh? Come on. Good boy. But you can see I'm not on a loose floppy rein. My reins are short. They're about 4 inches in front of the horn. You want to be ready to help him, even though he's good. He does need help. See, it's windy out. And there are guys over in the field to my right. You see him looking off too. We just can't see him. So now we're at the top. He's in pretty good endurance shape, even though he hasn't been working that much, because that's a hard hill and he's really not breathing that hard. And we gotta go up these steps. He's not even paying attention, but he's not tripping. Good boy. And then this is very narrow for his big feet to go through. Watch out for that. He's fine with trees smacking you in the back. Some people don't realize not all the horses are fine with that, because some haven't experienced it because they're out in the open. So here it gets very narrow. It's difficult for these big horses to get through this. Good boy. And then we're going to go around the tree, so come up here. That's why it's important. The horse must have a leg yield so you can push him over and get him up things easily without fighting with them. The better they steer, the easier it is to steer them on the trail, but you yourself have to know how to steer and use your legs to do it well. Okay, so now it starts flattening out. Where are we? Okay. Oh, one more little narrow area. And I tell people, go slow through those things, because some of these guys, you know, they don't know to go slow because people have been running them, and you get through something like that, their feet can't fit, and then they trip and they fall over. Because you'd fall over too if you ran through that and caught your leg. So, you tired, bud? So, you know, help them get through those things. Teach them to do it the right way and safely. So now we're in the deep sand. Now somebody has to go to the bathroom. Good job. Yeah, leave it out here, not in your stall. But he's fine going through the sand. What are you looking at, huh? So these white fuzzy things, I forget what they're called. Some of the horses, you know, I've never seen them before, so they're just unsure about going by him. See how he's stopping? But nothing bad. He just stopped, and I just, you know, wiggled my legs around. And they, of course, look even weirder when the wind hits them. But now he's going right next to him. Okay, so now we're going through some footing with some roots going across, which makes a lot of the horses trip. But he picks his feet up pretty high and pays attention well. So you'll see, I'm letting him look around some like I did on the road. This is the first time he's been on these trails, and he hasn't been on a ton of trails. So I'm kind of just seeing what he will do, but in time we're just going to keep his head straight and not let him look all over the place. But I kind of want to see what's the worst he's going to do with somebody, so I can make sure people can handle it. But so far, all he does is just spook in place or stop. So now we're going uphill into sand. He's gating nicely. Now I'm going to cut over to the left because it gets very narrow on the right. So I always try to help your horse get through things, not make it harder for them. Sometimes they don't know, like, oh, I can go over to the left and she won't get pissed off. There, he put in a couple little camber steps. He probably doesn't look like much at all. Very slow, very collected, and very calm. Yeah, that's normal too. He's trying to see, is anybody else out here? Why does Gaye keep taking me out by myself? This is a steeper hill. Well, that was good. A whole bunch of birds flew out of the bush. Kind of scared me. You did okay with it. So we got some crevices again. But he's doing fine, just going down all this stuff. Now you're getting slower. Okay, so he stood for a little bit. Now we're going to turn around and go back the same way. So remember, this is usually the worst. Horses do much better when they make a loop trail versus going out and then turning around and heading back towards home. But he did good. He didn't act up or anything when I just made that turn. And then he's walking at a nice speed. He's not getting too fast or anything. Just engaging himself as we go up this hill. He's staying very smooth. And again, I'm not doing much to help him in his gaits. I'm just keeping my reins short and I have some contact. Because we know things can fly out of the bushes. Alright. So now we're going downhill. These white things are making weird noises, shaking in the wind. He's going down just a little fast, so I'm just going to half halt, relax, half halt, relax. He slowed right down. But he's sure-footed going down that fast. Some people like to go down fast, others don't, so he can do it or he'll go slow. This is back uphill. Okay, so he's speeding up a little bit. I'm going to let go of the reins so you see what happens. So I think he's just speeding up, but nothing bad. Now I'm just going to shorten up to tell him to go slower. I know, you're all by yourself. Going back downhill. There, I didn't slow him down as much because I like to go down that speed. Yeah, I have a little fun, don't I? Okay. Now we're going back in the sand. And now we're back in sand again. This little crevice. It's kind of like a bulldozer, it just goes right through the stuff and over the roots of the trees. Okay, so depending on the horse's conformation, if they're trotty, pacey, or if they're gaited, all depends, you know, if they know how to use their feet well. He does, but so, you know, some don't, and you can teach them, they can all get much better. When you're testing these horses, that's what you're trying to see, like how good is he with his feet, and if that's something I want to work on, or no, I don't want to deal with that. But you don't know that if you don't ride them. And most people don't make videos like this. But I'm always trying to make sure it's a fit and it's going to work and you know what you're getting into. Okay, now we're going back into the narrow footing, slowing him down. Make sure he's paying attention. And I'm riding him with a miler shank out here. He's a big horse. I'm a small person, so I have a longer shank just in case I need extra help, but he's fine. Okay, back in the really narrow footing. You see that? I think he plowed into it, but that's good for you to see. Because he got just a little fast, caught his foot, but he caught himself. Or a lot of horses would fall down, but I want you to see that. He'll learn. He's just not used to going through this stuff. And that was one lesson right there. Good job, bud, but he did good. And the important part of the person when that stuff happens is try and stay in the middle of the saddle as much as you can. And, you know, you can try to hold them just a little, but they need to use their head and neck to catch themselves. And you want to sit as still as you can. Lots of people, you know, when the horse slides or does something, they go, oh, he didn't do anything to catch himself. Well, maybe you knocked him off balance so he couldn't, or maybe the safest thing was not to catch himself, because they don't want to get hurt and they just go, well, I'm slipping, I'll just fall and we'll get back up. People slip and slide all the time, but a horse does it and falls down because, you know, they got caught in something or it's slippery. Everybody thinks something's wrong with them and they want to get rid of them. Okay? But nobody does that to people. You don't slip and fall and they go, oh my God, take her to the doctor. She's lame. Something's wrong with her. I think I got to get another one. Okay, I just mentioned that because people are always asking me that question. But remember, the horses don't want to hurt themselves. Sometimes things just happen. Okay, so we're going home. You see he's going down the hill slow, which is good. So we have the vehicle up here, so you know there's a person probably in these flowers somewhere that might jump out. So when you see stuff like that, remember, shorten up, have your hands wide, sit back and just be prepared, because the horse isn't expecting it. Oh boy. Good job, buddy. It's like, yeah, I'm not getting too close to that. Okay, so the scarecrow's on our right. Thing, and now we're going to go back through the muck. Some of these show horses that haven't been on trail again, they're used to stuff. He's got a great temperament and he's not spooky, but they have to learn how to deal with the terrain because they don't have this in the arena. No, they go like, oh, let's show them in the mud. Really bad footing. So a lot of them have to get used to how to handle the footing, and that just comes with time and you helping them. Because if you're a trail rider, you know they need to go slow there, where the horse doesn't know to do that yet. It all takes time. But overall, he's doing fantastic. He's just going to get better and better. And now that we're almost home, and I have him on a totally loose rein, but a lot of these walking horses, they do this with their head and then they wobble all over the place, you know, so it's much better to keep them a little bit like semi-collected and paying attention, or it's going to make you sick because they're going to wobble all over on the trail, right? I'm steering around the mud, which some people don't do, but that's slick there, and so I know he could slip and fall, so why would I take him in that? So right through the water on the way home. Don't let them drink that, because they could get giardia. I'm gonna hit this tree, aren't we? Yeah. So he did really well. I think he's going to be a great trail horse for somebody, and he just needs to get some more miles on just so he gets used to things and knows how to handle the terrain. But I don't think he needs like a ton of it because he's quiet, so it's just getting him used to stuff.